Yeah, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your geographical location. Thank you, Dr. Adama, for joining me this evening. And we're talking about the real Nigerian housewife. This is the second episode or second broadcast in respect to this the real Nigerian wife. I'm just kind of a bit curious. Hopefully, you'll be able to help. Are you able to juggle professional life and managing the home front? You've always pride yourself or claim, see yourself, I beg your pardon, as a housewife. And do you mind to shed some light on it and help our viewers, hopefully the younger ones who are aspiring to probably be you or be someone who manages combining their profession and their home front? Thank you.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. My name is Adama. Oh, well, for me, I have learned I think it started from med school. I'm someone that likes cooking as a profession. Like, I just love cooking. There's something about cooking that helps me relax. So it's not surprising to me that I got married. So I was able to settle in and be able to do those things that I enjoy, which is cooking. But how do you balance the two? Regarding to your question, electricity with family and profession. For me, I think it depends on who you're married to and what both of you want out of the relationship. For me, family has been a priority for me. I always tell people, if you drop dead today, people know you for who you like. People who are close to you know you as this person and not your profession. So that resonates a lot with me. And I always say start with purpose. What is the purpose? Do you want to have a career and be a housewife at the same time? Yes. We are gone past the age where women can juggle both careers in terms of being a housewife and working. Yes, women can do whatever they want to. They put their mind in. You can have a career and at the same time be a housewife. Have a balance. There are days I feel like cooking and there are days I don't feel like cooking. But one thing that I have made known in my household is my kitchen. I run it the way I see fit. So I have my meals planned like from Monday to Sunday. I have a schedule. And my daughters, even though I have one that is not at home because she lives on her own, and the youngest one, it's just three of us at home. So we are engaged in our food because we love food. We love eating and not just eating, we like home cooked meal. So I would say for me, what I have learned is make it intentional. No matter how busy my schedule is, when I was in med school and I became a residency, one thing I made purposely was coming home to a home cooked meal that I made, no matter how busy my schedule was. So I make a schedule for my food and I had time to make those food that I want to eat. So it's creating time. If you can create time for things that don't make sense in your life, you can create times for things that really matter to you. So I hope I answered your question.
Yes, thank you. You did. Do you mind if I push further? Just I know we agreed on one question, but do you mind if I ask another question, please? If that's okay with you.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Your profession is a very demanding one. Beside cooking, I believe it's a natural thing or something you love. It's a very demanding one, and that is where I get so curious as to how you manage this your demanding profession or career, whatever with managing the home front. That has always been intriguing to me. You there?
So when you say manage, what do you mean by manage? Like how I'm able to combine the two with
Yeah,
making
combine
my
your,
finance.
yeah.
Well, for me, I'll say this is me. I can only speak for me. And I say to I'm someone, yes, I love eating out. Don't get me wrong. I love going out on a date to those nice restaurants. I do. But at the same time, I am someone who enjoys cooking and I love doing things for myself. I'm into DIY. I do my own decorations, everything about my home. Like I feel my home is my sanctuary. So I pour everything that has to do with me into my home. If you walk into the doors of my home, you will feel the presence of me first because you can tell that someone lives here that really cares about the home. So I put in those efforts because that's where I spend the most time with. What people don't know about me is that I can go 3 months in my house, staying in my own house without going anywhere, just from work to home. So that is a priority that I have made intentionally to make sure that my home is a comfort. And at the same time, the people I have surrounded by me feel the love and my presence because it's one thing to be a professional when I am in the OR is another thing when I get into my car, I'm a mom. That's how my children see me. I'm a wife. That's how my husband sees me. And at the same time, I'm able to relate and connect with them. They don't look at me as someone you would engage in the hospital. Matter of fact, when my daughter talks to me, she always say to me, she said, you're so cool, but at the same time, you're strict. She said, you give this order and you don't look back. And I said, yes, because I'm used to, in the medical setting, we're used to code, how we interact and say things about patients. So I think that's one part I have incorporated is delegating things that has to do with the home. I have a schedule for everything. That has worked for me. So for the young ones coming up, I'll say is families are something that is important to you in your career, you can do both. All I would say is always be intentional. And another thing that is key is who you're married to, because it takes a team to get the results you want in your home. Both of you have to be that team. In other words, I always say to people, if you're not happy at your home, no matter how much you earn, is going to be a waste because you guys are not a team. So for me, that is so important. And when I say the team incorporates my children and my spouse. It's not just me because I myself cannot run the kind of home I live in. And I'm not saying you should live in the kind of home I live in, but I'm saying that the kind of lifestyle I'm able to maintain I have people that make it happen, which is my children, my spouse, and people I can trust to make this happen, that we all work together as a team to see my vision and goal come to life. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, you did. I hope I have the money to pay for your retainership, because it would be nice to have you here frequently, but I know the contract expires between us. But finally, given to the challenge of electricity that wives we face back in Nigeria, I mean, how do you think they will be able to manage in juggling, particularly preservation in juggling this and making them that real housewife they really want to, because it can be crazy having to cook every day and warm every food every day because of the absence of electricity. If you can answer that question, if you cannot, I understand.
In terms of electricity, when I went back home, I figured out that we are product of our environment. And no matter how long the soup has been, wherever they put it, being it in a fridge that doesn't have that much coolness or whatever, they make it work for themselves. I've seen people cook soup every other 2 days, whatever meal. But what I always say to people, so long as the meal is made out of love, and you know the partner you're married to, and you know the home you're running, be intentional, because at the end of the day, your home comes first before your career. Because once that career is gone, you become that person and you're left with those people you loved. And what is the point of having that career if you don't have people to share it with and enjoy those things that you've created? It's just an empty life. So the situation in Africa, I've not lived in Africa, so I'm not one to, but the one thing I can tell you, they have figured out how to make things work for them. Women pay for people to cater things to them, different kind of soup, whatever they want to do, and they have good quality meals. At the end of the day, what are your intention? Know what is a priority, and for me, is family. And if that's your intention as well, communicate that to your spouse. But I would suggest there's nothing like making a good cooked meal by yourself. I'm not saying be in the kitchen every day, because realistically, I'm not in the kitchen every day, but have a schedule, have a plan, and do it together as a family and incorporate everything together where you have your kids involved, your spouse involved. It makes it so much fun because everybody knows where they belong to when it comes to the house. And for me, my kitchen is my sanctuary. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Again, my profound gratitude for being here, and as I really do appreciate it. Again, like I said, I hope I can afford your retainership. So thank you again, and have a lovely evening.
Thank you so much. It's my honor. Have a good one.